Manifesting something that you want is pretty simple. However, getting rid of something using manifestation can seem a lot more tricky. And the reason why it seems harder to get rid of something using manifestation is because people have invented all of these rules and regulations when it comes to manifestation. Things that you can say, things that you can't say. And I'm going to dispel some of these myths for you so that you are free to manifest things that you want and also manifest things out of your life, eliminate things from your life just as easily. There is a myth going round in manifestation circles that you're not allowed to mention the thing that you don't want when you are in the process of using your imagination to manifest, when you're using a manifestation technique to manifest. So say for example there is a person in your life and you would like to eliminate them from your life, then a lot of people are saying that you're not allowed to mention the name of the person when you're using a manifestation technique. And this isn't true. You can mention the thing that you are trying to get rid of in your imagination when you are performing your manifestation ritual, your routine. The reason a lot of people say that you shouldn't mention the thing that you don't want when you are manifesting is because they say that the subconscious mind doesn't recognize the difference between don't want and want when it comes to forming an impression in the subconscious mind. And this isn't actually true. The subconscious mind doesn't actually interpret the language that you're using. It doesn't interpret the words that you're using because words are just made up. Words are invented by humans. They're just language. In your language, you would say something, I don't want this person, and then in a different language they wouldn't use the word person, they would use something else. It would be a completely different word. Therefore the subconscious mind isn't interpreting the actual words in the language. What the subconscious mind is interpreting is the feeling that you have when you imagine that you have the thing that you want, or the feeling that you have when you have the absence of the thing that you don't want in your life. So knowing that it doesn't come down to the words that you use should help you to free yourself up to get rid of something that you don't want from your life. It's actually really easy to eliminate things from your life using manifestation, and I'm going to show you exactly how. And a lot of people say that the only way to get rid of something unwanted from your life is to simply ignore it in your physical reality. And this doesn't actually work. It might be a coincidence that you have physically ignored something and then it's gone away, but it's not because of the act of ignoring something that it went away. Whatever happens in your physical reality, including your own actions, are automatic. They come directly from your imagination. So for you to successfully ignore something, you must have imagined being able to ignore that thing in your imagination first. Because if you just try and ignore something that's very dominant in your physical reality that you desperately don't want, it's almost impossible to ignore that very thing. I have eliminated many things from my life that I don't want, and I'm just going to share one example with you now. When we moved to our new location, we had to move into a rental house before we were able to buy a house. So we moved into this rental house and there wasn't much choice when it came to rental houses. By the time we got here, most of them had gone. There was only one that was semi-decent and it was right next to the beach. So that was the obvious choice. It was in a really nice area, looked nice from the outside, not too bad on the inside, but we took it anyway. And it turns out that this house was infested with fleas. There was carpet throughout the whole house and there were fleas in the carpets. We don't have any pets, and fleas can actually live for a very long time and their eggs can live for a long time. So they ended up in our hair, which was really disgusting. And for 9 whole months, these fleas were the bane of my life. This was during lockdown and I spent a lot of my time trying to de-flea the house, our hairs, dragging knit combs through our hairs, washing everything, washing our clothes every day, washing the bedding every day, hoovering all of the carpets every day. It was exhausting, it was tiring, it was frustrating, there was bites, there was itching, there was tears, it was just horrendous. And I had tried to manifest them away using typical techniques. I had tried to just ignore them. I thought if I don't think about them, they'll just go away, and they didn't. I prayed that they would be gone. I intended that they would be gone. And it wasn't until I used a particular technique that they actually went away, and they went away very quickly, and then they were completely gone and they never came back again. Thank goodness. So now I'm going to explain exactly how to get rid of unwanted things using manifestation. The easiest way to get rid of something unwanted is to use the conversation method. The conversation method is where you imagine having a conversation with somebody and you tell them that this annoying thing in your life has now gone. And yes, you can mention the thing that you don't want in this imaginary scene. So this is exactly what I did. I imagined having a conversation with my parents where I was telling them we've had these annoying fleas for 9 whole months and finally they have gone. I am so happy that they've gone. I've got my life back. I don't have to hoover the house every day. I don't have to wash the bedding and the clothes every day. I don't have to drag this comb through my hair every single day. I don't have to constantly research how to get rid of fleas every day. I don't have to have these flea lights in every room of the house that are catching and killing the fleas that are jumping around. And I'm finally free now. I can do what I want. We can spend more time at the beach together. It's amazing. We can spend more time planning our dream house that we're just about to move into and plan the decor and the renovations that are going to take place. And then I imagined them confirming that back to me saying, oh, that's so good that that's gone. That was so hard for you. And it's such a relief that it's now over with. And then after that, I imagined myself waking up in the morning, taking my kids to the beach, going to the beach with my husband after work, lying on the beach and being so happy and so carefree. So I did 2 things with the conversation method. I first of all eliminated the specific thing that I didn't want to do. I mentioned it by name, because this is what would happen in real life. When you are manifesting real life to happen. You're not trying to manifest something that you would never expect to happen. If I had spent 9 months of my life trying to de-flea my house, I sure am going to mention it to somebody. That is real life. When it's gone, I'm going to tell somebody. I'm going to be celebrating. I'm going to be jumping from the rooftops. The fleas are gone. The fleas are gone. That is real life for me. I'm not just going to ignore it and forget it never happened. I'm going to tell somebody. First of all, I'm going to tell somebody, then I'm going to forget it ever happened and move on with my life. That is the order of real life for me. If you would never tell somebody, then by all means manifest something realistic to you. But the conversation method is very, very clever because it simulates how real life would be for you. And we tend to tell people when things go away that we don't want. And that's how we make things realistic. If it's not realistic, it's not going to manifest. You have to feel it real. So here are some mistakes to avoid when you're using the conversation technique. It's very easy to let the imagination drift into negative territories. So you are imagining that you're telling somebody that you are free from the thing that you don't want in your life, and then it's very easy to let your imagination drift into the point where you don't really believe it's going to happen, and you start complaining in your mind, and then you start imagining complaining to somebody else in your imagination, and that just perpetuates the cycle of having the thing that you don't want in your life. So make sure you catch yourself and that you don't go into that territory. Don't imagine your life including the thing that you don't want in it. Humans like to have a good moan. It comes naturally to humans to have a good moan. And that's one of the reasons why people struggle to manifest the thing that they want, is because they're actually enjoying moaning about the thing that they don't have, or moaning about the thing that they do have that they don't want in their life, because it gives them attention, it gives them validation, people care about you when you have bad things going on. So it's very easy to let the imagination drift into the territory of people are giving me attention, people are caring about me. Poor you, you have this awful thing going on in your life. How can I help you? How can I give you my time and my attention and my love because of that awful thing? If you're that annoying person who everything always goes well, then you don't get the same kind of attention. So it really is a choice that you have to make. What kind of life do you want to lead? And speaking of living the life that you want to lead, I have created a perfect life course to help you manifest your perfect day. And this is the exact technique that I use myself to manifest my perfect day every day, and you can get a link to that in the description below. And I have 2 new videos for you to watch: why manifestation didn't work for you, and 10 surprising signs that your manifestation is coming true. So go and check those out now. Leave me a comment below, let me know, have you ever manifested getting rid of something, and how did you do it? And while you're there, like this video, subscribe to more, and now it's your turn to go and put your stamp on the world.